Hello, this is group number 2, and today we're going to make a presentation on the topic, the conflicting narratives in the media about Kru Kai Kaew. Firstly, we will start by introducing our research topic, and then we will go through a brief discussion on our research objects and methodology in the second part, which includes Ninian Smart's different dimensions of religion, our approaches to the media, and the concept of ISA by Louis Althusser. And then in the third part is our analysis on our preliminary findings that includes the videos of Thailand's two prominent religious figures that was posted on the social media in which they share opposite opinions about Kru Kai Kaew and the summary of the comment sections under both videos. Then lastly, the conclusion of our presentation. The research question is, how does the controversy regarding the worship of Kru Kai Kaew highlights the conflicting views about religious sacredness within Thai society? Here is a little background on Kru Kai Kaew. Materialistically, Kru Kai Kaew is a demonic-looking sculpture installed next to the Bazaar Bangkok Hotel in August of 2023, and then later taken away in December of the same year. However, narratively, people believe that he was an avid practitioner of shamanism arts in life and was really potent in mysticism. He had disciples who learned from him and created a statue of him depicting him as an omnipotent and fashioned his narrative to be a god of luck. The appearance of Kru Kai Kaew's sculpture became well known when it went viral on the internet. And ever since then, it brought both interest and criticism online. Thus, it becomes a media and religion phenomenon that sparked conflicts between people as it affected many dimensions of Thailand's main religion, which is Buddhism. The statue eventually got removed from the perimeter due to the issues concerning location. However, people speculate that the real reason behind it could be that it has received many negative comments from the general public. Next is our research object and methodology. The main point of focus in our research is the conflict that derives from the conflicting views society has regarding Kru Kai Kaew, in which we are dividing these opinions into two main groups, which are the pro-Kru Kai Kaew camp and the anti-Kru Kai Kaew camp, specifically drawing from the response videos on YouTube. We will mainly focus on the opinions of Thailand's two prominent religious thought leaders who have spoken up about Kru Kai Kaew, such as the astrologer Morak Lekhanithed and the TV personality Ryu Jisamphat. We will be looking at them as the representatives of the two sides of opinions on Kru Kai Kaew by further supplementing our research analysis with the opinions of the ordinary people in the comment section under both videos.
Moving on, we will introduce the dimensions of religion that we will look at in our analysis of the Kru Kai Kaew controversy. Unique religious experiences, comprehensible to only those within the minority group that worships Kru Kai Kaew, stand in contrast to the mainstream Buddhist beliefs prevalent in Thai society. This difference naturally draws attention to the worship of Kru Kai Kaew, leading to potential judgment and conflict arising from comparisons. The formation of Facebook groups and pages dedicated to the worship of Kru Kai Kaew can be interpreted as attempts by the marginalized believers of Kru Kai Kaew to create safe spaces where they can practice their beliefs, express their faith, and interact with other believers in religiously productive ways. The ease of access of social media platforms grant these believers an alternative to congregations in real life, where they are susceptible to policing. It also allows them to put their beliefs and practices into words and images, in forms that can be reproduced and passed down to potential converts, therefore facilitating the continuation of this folk religion. Statues feature heavily in Thai Buddhism as one of the main ways Thai people can access the transcendental and the divine. Thai Buddhism itself has no problem with the material aspect of worship because of historical influence by animistic practices, but the appearance of Kru Kai Kaew is considered too out of the norm in comparison with Thai people's understanding of what respectable objects of worship would look like. Therefore, when assessing its validity, the material form of Kru Kai Kaew is looked upon with apprehension, due to features like dark skin, bat wings, fangs, and sharp red claws, which are typically far from sacred in Thai society. The origin myth of Kru Kai Kaew is considered unorthodox, so many question why he is even worshipped, because Buddhists are expected to only follow the enlightened Buddha and the monks who purvey his teachings, and this ideology has been present in Thai society for a long time, to the point where Buddhist beliefs heavily influence many people's ideas of morality. With regards to Kru Kai Kaew, because shamanistic practices are not condoned in Buddhism and the myth associated with him does not reflect Buddhist values, he is therefore seen as undeserving of worship.
Okay, so next is the approaches to media. The first approach is media as a text. Kru Kai Kaew is a text interpreted differently by the pro and anti camps. This is because Thai society as a Buddhist society reproduces beliefs through constant practice and adopts the norms and customs of the Buddhist doctrine. This translates into the values in society as a collective enforcement, which contributes to the construction of Thai people's morals as individuals. Thai people see Buddhism as a framework of moral measurement of what's considered right, what's considered wrong, what is sacred, and what is evil. This kind of narrative could lead to controversies and arguments when there is an emerging practice of worshipping an entity that does not fit within the standards of Thai Buddhism, which in this case is applied to Kru Kai Kaew. Since our research will be focusing on the conflict between the two contrary religious ideologies mentioned before, it is imperative to establish that this conflict started from the fact that Thai society is a Buddhist society, which pertains to Buddhism values as the norm. Kru Kai Kaew bears many factors that contradicts this norm. However, the worshipping of animistic entities like Kru Kai Kaew is not new in Thai society. Despite some questionable backgrounds, some people often worship for the promise of materialistic favors, in return more than spiritual connections. Therefore, it is not surprising that Kru Kai Kaew still managed to attract worshippers despite the clear resistance to reform or adapt itself to be more aligned with Buddhism, as reflected from his image and acts of worship, which leads to controversies and conflict due to it being perceived as negative. The other approach is media as culture. The utilization of the selected YouTube interviews of Ryuji Sampat and Morlock represents the opinions of the people from the two clashing opinions from the pro and anti Kru Kai Kaew camps, because the two are both influential and authoritative figures on the topic of religion and mysticism. As both individuals clearly express their stance on the matter concerning Kru Kai Kaew worship, they attract the general public audiences with the same stance, creating a myriad of discussions and debates within the video's comment sections.
Up next will be Louis Althusser's concept of ISA. Louis Althusser's concept of ISA, the ideological state of apparatus, has shed light on the dominant belief system in Thailand, which is Thai Buddhism. Thai Buddhism is deeply embedded in the traditional and cultural norms of the Thai society. It has offered us a valuable insight into the analysis of various religious beliefs and practices prevalent in the current Thai society. For example, the coexistence of animistic beliefs and practices alongside mainstream Buddhism suggests a degree of openness towards individual beliefs rather than their prohibition or perceived eccentricity. However, despite the open-minded nature commonly seen in Buddhist followers in Thailand, there are still limitations on what is deemed appropriate within the Thai context. That is because Thai Buddhism is closely intertwined with traditionalism and institutions such as the monarchy, which results in strict control over religious imagery and practices by authorities. Additionally, regulated and controlled religious beliefs are also incorporated into school curriculums, shaping the perceptions of religion among the Thai populace at a very young age, and in accordance with the preferences of those in power. This is why we have chosen to analyze the phenomenon of Kru Kai Kaew. His case, along with his unconventional appearance that challenges the Thai imagination of divine beings, has received both support and criticism from the public and prominent religious figures within the Thai context, such as Ajahn Lak Lakantinet, who is in favor of Kru Kai Kaew, and Mr. Ryujit Sampat, who is not in favor of Kru Kai Kaew. Both of them are renowned influential religious figures in the Thai society and hold a significant influence over their supporters. The conflicting narratives among these influential figures highlight the ideological conflict within the Thai society. This new media and religion phenomenon, marked by the practice of worshipping Kru Kai Kaew, provides further insights into why Thai people perceived Kru Kai Kaew differently from other animistic beliefs and practices in Thailand, illustrating the influence of authorities over religious ideologies. Furthermore, the support for Kru Kai Kaew is an example of the re-emergence of animistic practices back into the mainstream media. This can be read as an indication of change within the power and authority structure in Thailand, as the concept of Thailand as a country where Buddhism is the dominant and most prevalent religion is being questioned, which in turn destabilize institutions and people in power who uses Buddhism as a source of legitimization for their power and authority over others.
Moving on to the analysis part, first we will start off with Ryujit Sampat. In this YouTube videos, it shows Ryujit Sampat expressing his opinion on the Kru Kai Kaew worship. He said that although he does not disrespect other people's personal spiritual connection, but personally he would not worship Kru Kai Kaew and would advise against it. As he refers to the point of image of goodness and divine in Buddhism, he quotes, "If your heart is high and virtuous, you will not be Satan's. But if your heart is low and immoral, you will be Satan's. Whatever one's become is dependent on one action." His statement clearly reflects and represents the Buddhist view on Kru Kai Kaew, that is felt to be represents a respectable image of worship due to it being opposite of conventional divine image in Thai Buddhism. Furthermore, Buddhist myths and teaching also give a clear description and categorization of what considered good or evil to the clear construction of the image. So retrospectively, to Buddhists, Kru Kai Kaew bear all the resemblance to what Buddhism categorized as evil. Ryujit Sampat also expressed his worry on the fact that Thailand is a notorious Buddhist tourist destination. Having such enigmatic entities worshipped in public space could create the wrong impression for Thai people as whole that they worship Satans. When we look into the comment section, we can see that many people agree with Ryujit Sampat's take on Kru Kai Kaew worship. Many expressed their unwillingness to be associated with Kru Kai Kaew, with some even say that Kru Kai Kaew's demonic appearance immediately repulsed them. The majority wrote about why we should worship Buddha instead of Satans. This further emphasized the Buddhist view on divine image. Many even mentioned that instead of worshipping such entities, we should worship our parents instead. This emphasizes on how religious sacredness in Thai society based mainly on what is considered respectable and honorable to be one role model. Large number of the comments also validate Ryujit Sampat's comments and concerns about Kru Kai Kaew potentially create bad imagery of Thailand for tourists. Next, moving on to the Morlak Lekha Nitet. In the YouTube video, it shows Morlak recorded Facebook Live. He said that he worshipped Kru Kai Kaew due to his respect to his late teacher, Ajahn Suchat, who is a prominent figure among Kru Kai Kaew believers. As Ajahn Suchat claimed to have received divine visitation from Kru Kai Kaew, so therefore he is the one who sculptured the statue that is the main focus in this controversy. He shows his golden statue of Kru Kai Kaew on his Facebook Live as a sign of respect. Furthermore, Molla also expressed his opinion on the statue placement, that it is placed on the private property, therefore it is a private business and general public should not criticize them for that. Other than Molla's opinions on these matters, the reporter in the videos also mentioned about the incidents near the Kru Kai Kaew statue where it's situated. A motorcycle fell into a 15 meters water pipe, but fortunately the driver and the passengers eventually survived. However, this incident brought discourse on whether this is a curse or a blessing due to the statue presence nearby. The video also shows one of the Kru Kai Kaew believers commenting on the incidents in defense of Kru Kai Kaew, suggesting that driver negligence could be the cause of this incident. Further medical reports shows that driver seemed to be drunk, so this is suspect to be the main reason that caused the accident. But however, look into comment section on Molla Lekha Nitet videos. We can see that a significant portion of viewers strongly disagree with Molla Lekha Nitet's perception of the worship of Kru Kai Kaew. Many comments who adhere for the Buddhist belief perceive Kru Kai Kaew depiction as contradictory to what they revere as divine within the context of Thai Buddhism, primarily causing this distance. Commenters express concern about Kru Kai Kaew image evokes something that more ominous than divine, prompting them to advocate for the worship of Buddha instead. Furthermore, the public display of Kru Kai Kaew statue raised the concern about its potentially impact on Thailand's reputation. Some fear that its presence could tarnish Thai image as a Buddhist tourist destination, especially since Kru Kai Kaew appearance bear resemblance to Satan in Christian beliefs. Such association detract from its perceived sanctities, potentially posing a challenge to Thailand's thriving tourism industry, which is one of the largest industry in the country. For the conclusion, it is evidence that from the people's reaction to the influential public religious figures stands that those who adhere to the mainstream image and the belief of Thai Buddhism would not accept Kru Kai Kaew as something worth worshipping, agreeing that it is not something divine and let alone worthy to be worshipped by anyone. Those who may not uphold Thai Buddhism as their mainstream beliefs are more likely to agree or remain neutral in the conflict over worshipping Kru Kai Kaew. For instance, people like Molla, who does not strictly hold Thai Buddhism as their mainstream belief, as he also leans more toward astrology and animism in his realm of being public figures, would be more open to this kind of practice, such as when Molla refers to Hong Kong or Taiwanese people who these main beliefs are closely related to animism and that they have been worshipping Kru Kai Kaew for decades, even before it gained popularity in Thailand, as Kru Kai Kaew was believed to bring prosperity and fortune to the business. This is why Molla does not go against with the worshipping of Kru Kai Kaew despite the controversy occurring in the societies. While Liu Sampat leans against the practice as he can be seen as a prominent Buddhist figure in Thailand and holds traditional and mainstream Thai Buddhism values as his core beliefs, which are different from those of Molla. Hence, the conflicting narrative and stance regarding the worship of Kru Kai Kaew help shed the light on the different value and religious sacredness in the Thai societies. Thank you.